Jumping back into day 300, and I'm pretty frustrated with how fluid the gameplay seems to be in this recording. Is it the mods or isn't it? Because playing at 16 chunks was pretty nice. I'm so confused. Anyway, I'm back in, so I'm just running around taking things and some more, and then laying out all the copper I can find into a little David Copperfield so they'll oxidize.
I'll just have to come get it later.
I also am not at all happy with how unevenly I ended up building the creeper farm, so I had to make sure it matched on all four sides, and the levels of copper was overall even. I hate how fluid this is, after 300 days. But also, this will show how there's only 2 lines of copper, and there needs to be 4, with the 5th one being the ceiling. The next one is too slow and bad, but I finished remodeling the creeper farm and also replaced the spawning platform with some blue ice I got from crafting packed ice I'd found. Back in with Optifine after consolidating and pruning the botched recordings for 300 days, and I've gathered quite a bit of poppies while AFKing in the iron farm. You'll notice the copper has aged as a result of being AFK. The end of 300 days wasn't a joke, by the way. I might have done some exploring a little, or like caving, but mainly I just AFK'd for basically 100 in-game days. This exploration here has the discovery of a cool mine shaft. It's suspended above this mossy cave, so I picked up moss too. I looked around for a bit before flying around and then away. I guess I was still butthurt about not filling the first hole, so here's me trying to blow a few more holes. And then you come over here and then right click into this corner. And then and I'm just right clicking like mad. That's all I'm doing is right clicking like crazy. But then you break this and there's a hole in the bedrock. Whoop-de-doo. Later, I'm just AFK some more. I do that a lot to keep always getting resources. Like, if I traded my carrots a lot more often, or when I start building new farms, being AFK so much just means I have a lot more resources to build with when I'm ready to do so. It also means days get added on like crazy. Anyway, I need to work on the containment area, because if anything happens later and they run out, they need to for sure not go anywhere. I mess with the beds a little, because I've noticed the iron slowing down for some reason. I let them sleep it off, and the next day it was working fine. This daring little bee made an escape, so a lead helped me lasso him back inside, through the ceiling which I just patched up. Easy. I'm flipping through enchants, for some reason, when I'm back in the inn for shulker boxes. I want many, and many do I get. My final count is an extra set of armor, some elytra, and most importantly, 20 shulker shells. I start to combine them when I realize after I'm running out of XP, meaning I'll have to break down and build one soon. An XP farm, I mean. I make the rest of the boxes, as well as 2 inventory chests. I'm out exploring and find a village and some turtles. It's frustrating that this is so choppy, so I wonder what the sweet spot is for my potato laptop to record well. Anyway, I spent time with the turtles and collected eggs. I'm out of rockets, so I'm traveling by foot and then by boat. This recording ends with me on the water because I'm too wary of being on foot. The next recording is when it's day. I'm back and basically trying to find my way to world spawn since I'm out of ender chests. It's so choppy and I'm mad, so fast forward to getting back, before getting leaves so I could get started on that ender. Next, I needed deep slate for the main build, so I go mining. I also realized I was tired of using the ladder like a peasant, so I decided to make an easy entry-exit way. Now I can more easily get between different levels of my overworld. I want to get started, but feel I need more ice, so I went out to an icy biome and set up an ice farm. I want to do it safely with wood beneath me, and I'm not just falling into water blocks. Anyway, it's only half done before I AFK at it in a rough area before breaking a bunch of ice that, admittedly, I only use a small amount of. Found these guys in an igloo, and left. And came across this neat cave. I need this cactus to grow so I can dye my box green. I want 1 box of each color. Now it's time to get started on this farm. I have to begin with going down to Y0 with a water column, then a little landing area. Branch out about 100 or so blocks from the main aisle, and begin constructing the base platform, which will consist first of basic leaves. First, I want a border of deep slate blocks with a wall on it for general void protection, too high. Next, I want water everywhere, so I have a safe space to jump down to, and Endermen will keep away from me in general. Possibly getting ahead of myself, I set up the enchanting area. before I decided I wanted a proper underslab floor first. Trapdoors here will help as a sort of on and off switch. I tried to make it look like the grindstone is overhanging from an attachment structure. Yeah, I don't know. Next is the platform I will whale on the Enderman from, which I'll make the essential entrance first with copper, followed by towering up with blackstone and glass. Once I'm there, I set up a temporary area for getting the endermite spawned in and name tagged into position. However, not a single pearl I threw worked for endermites, so I just had to gather more and try again. I got it out, name tagged, and I thought into the cart, but he ended up pushing me off and probably killed by an enderman. I slab up the structure and go to buy a new name tag. I try again and pop what I think is my last totem, but he's in there. Now I just had to clear away. Oh, he's off center. Well, I go to get water and come back, and he's gone. Okay, great. I wail on some endermen or women a little more and try again. This time, it just works. The little something gets capped with copper and deep slate before the excess is cleared away. With the trapdoors open, I can safely expand this farm without fear of getting distracted or knocked off, because all the endermen will be too busy being pissed off at the endermite and falling to their doom. I extended out on all four sides some 12 or 13 blocks and filled it in accordingly. With that done, it was time to finish dyeing boxes, I guess. But I'm back and mindlessly wailing on enderwomen so I can enchant Efficiency 4 and combine all my tools for max enchants.
Efficiency 5.
It took a while, but I ended up with even an extra sword for smite, as well as Unbreaking 3 and Mending on my shield. The Mending I got from a villager, of course. I was out and not even recording when I found this temple, but really all I got was more armor trim and some pistons. I was AFK at my iron farm when I noticed these guys, so I decided to start a raid. I'm certain the recording is what's making these guys act a little laggy on me, so I ended up stopping and popping back in to show that I was only able to obtain 5 new totems. I brought it upon myself to attempt to fully fix the iron farm before ending this video, so I set up some boxes and got the materials I would need. The water bucket helps me set up some dirt as temporary scaffolding. I need to fill in the bottom so I can lower the beds. With it being night, it's the perfect time to get these guys in here. Getting the doors back is a little tricky, but once you get the angle, it's easy to recreate. Oh good, it works. Lastly, I go to the end to get easy XP, so I can enchant some leather boots into a good pair of snow boots. I also do it with gold helmets for a piglin disguise. I guess I forgot to put mending on them, but I can do it in between videos easily. And that's basically where I'm at right now. I think my day count is disgustingly high, but I really can't help but state how much I AFK, even in between recordings. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I love you.